Hello, beautiful and sacred soul sisters. It's Queen Leia. Today is November 29th, and we are on day 6 of our 20 days of gratitude. So glad to be here with you all. Thank you for giving me a couple of minutes grace to join you. And I am so glad about it. November 29th, and we are on day 6 of our 20 days of gratitude. So glad to be here with you all. Thank you for giving me a couple of minutes. All right, setting up this technology. One day I'm going to have a team that's going to help me with all this, but I'm good. Usually my sons are my team to help me set this all up. But let me go ahead and make sure we don't have any feedback. There we go. I think we got it going on. I think it's working properly. How y'all doing today? What is going on? Can y'all believe this month is on its way out? Like what happened in November? It was here and now it's gone. So I'm doing a quick little Google search. And the Google search I'm doing is how many days left in 2020? There are 33 days left, y'all, in this year. 33 days left in the calendar year, remaining in the calendar year of 2020. When I was sitting for breakfast with my sons this morning, we were discussing, how fortunate we were expressing our gratitude for this year, remarking on some of the challenges that we have faced and that we have persevered through. And, beginning to give some thought to what we want the new year to look like. But what we have is now. What we have is this moment of right now. And in this present energy, this present cosmic energy, we are right now sitting in the energy of the full moon in Gemini. And not only is it a full moon in Gemini, but it's a full moon in Gemini that is also a lunar eclipse. So that kind of explains why I personally have been feeling like a little bit it's like it really kind of occurred to me today. I'm like, why am I feeling kind of agitated, a little bit irritated, a little bit like, a little bit some kind of way. But I think it's just that lunar energy of the full moon that is affecting me and perhaps affecting you. So there's a really great article that I will be posting in the Beautiful and Sacred Soul Sisters group that helps you to understand what this full moon is, this full moon in Gemini, and how it even affects you in your according to your astrological sign. So, as above, so below. So we are children of the cosmos. And so as above, so below, the energies in heaven, the energies of the cosmos, of course, affect us because we are the same substance of the cosmos. So I pulled out my handy dandy little new moon astrology book. This is a book that is highly recommended. Don't judge me by my fingernails. I'm not that girl who goes to the nail shop. Usually I keep it very natural. Usually I keep it maybe with I have a little bit of gold polish, but obviously it's time to re-up and refresh my polish. But this book is highly recommended by Jan Spiller, New Moon Astrology. We use this as one of our foundational texts in the Sally Walker group. Sally Walker is the inner circle of beautiful and sacred things. It's a magical mastermind for spiritual women where we do our spiritual elevation work with every new moon cycle, and every full moon is a time for teaching and sharing and collaborating on our goals, supporting one another to think through our goals. Sister, listen, I get you. She says, if you saw my nails, or should I say claws, child, listen, I'm doing my best. I keep making these micro level ups, right? I never was a girly type. I'm becoming more of the girly girl type as I get older, as I relax more into that part of my femininity. I spoke about that yesterday when the topic was attraction. But anyways, yeah, I don't even trip. I ain't judging no woman, and I'm not even judging myself by nails, you know. But I do appreciate women who do all that manicure stuff. So this is what I'm reading from is New Moon Astrology. So I know it's not the new moon, but the principles are still relevant because when we look at Gemini energy, where we are now, full moon in Gemini, happening on the 30th, as I understand, is Gemini. Gemini, the properties of Gemini are motion and activity, learning, communication skills, logic and cleverness, social ease, positive daily interactions, and calming mental anxiety. Those are all the properties of Gemini. And so this book guides you in setting intentions for each new moon. And like I said, this is one of the books that we refer to in the Sally Walker Inner Circle for setting our intentions. But let's look at Gemini a little bit, and I'm pulling up my resources here. Gemini is an air sign. So when you have an air signs deal with the intellect. Air signs are mental energy. Air signs are thinking, mental expression, ideas, imagination, visioning. Okay. Also, other characteristics of Gemini: versatile, witty, communicative. So, communicating, rational, taking pleasure in learning. So let's go with those themes of learning. So there are 33 days, sisters, in this year. There are 33 days remaining in 2020. And I really believe that the end of the year is an opportunity to really clear house. It's an opportunity to get your house in order. I'm speaking about myself also. I cut myself cooking today. It's also an opportunity to get your house in order. It's an opportunity to bring things to a close. Bring things to a close. Hey, Sister Eckley, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, because we have 33 days left in this year, I'm asking you, is there something you might be interested to learn? How might you step into this powerful portal, which it is, a full moon that is also a lunar eclipse, and think about what you might empower yourself to learn or to apply learning that you have cultivated in your lifetime or maybe in 2020, so that you step into 2021, equipped with information, with knowledge, with insight, with inspiration to really, move with power into this new year. Some of the women in the Beautiful and Sacred Soul Sisters community have already been on that journey of learning. I'm so proud of you because some of you were enrolled. Thank you for the sisters who were enrolled in my Increasing Intuition course. I want to challenge you for all of the things that you have been learning about intuition, for you to really maximize those practices, to get into those practices, to begin making those practices part of your lifestyle to the next degree. Okay, so there's something that you know that you could do more of that. Focus on developing your intuitive capacities. For some of the other women, I've been working with you very personally on goals in transforming your lifestyle. Is there something is there a book that I've recommended to you that you have not opened or perhaps that you have not yet purchased? What can you do? Whether you are working directly with me, whether you're in one of my groups, or whether you are a friendly sister who is supporting and part of this larger Soul Sisters community. But what could you be learning? All right. What do you want to learn that will support you as you move into this new year over the next 33 days? All right. When I think about that for myself, as you all know, I recently returned from this amazing retreat with the elder Yeye Fini Iyalode, which means queen. Ialo de Yeye Fini Efumbola Day. And when I was at her mediumship retreat training, we learned specific practices for communing, connecting deeper with ancestor energy, because the ancestors are a force that guide us through our intuition, through inspired thoughts, through our dreams, and they're working in our lives. And certainly when we knock on that door and we open that door and we begin spiritual practices to cultivate that relationship, it's like they were saying, child, I was just waiting on you. I was just waiting on you to acknowledge. They're just waiting for the acknowledgement from their living descendants. Okay, those of us that are here in the physical realm, to acknowledge grandmother, grandfather, they are moved to another plane of existence. Auntie, uncle, those people who live good lives, lives of good character, who care about us, who are concerned about us in life, even in spirit, because even science has shown, right, and has proven that energy never stops. It just continues to move, and it takes on a different form. So that ancestral energy is in a different form of existence, but it's still available to us. So I was learning a lot and have been learning a lot in studying with this elder. And so that's what I'm going to be doing over the next 33 days. There are some things that Yeye Tish has taught me in several of her courses. I'm thinking about water gazing as a practice of cultivating intuition. It's time for me to just go ahead. What would it look like over the next 33 days for me to commit to weekly? I don't want to say daily, keep it real, but a weekly practice when I do my refresh my ancestor altar. Sit down and do some water gazing. What would it look like, as Yeye Fini was saying and teaching us as well, having that consistent daily, weekly time, excuse me, where you sit down and work with the ancestors and some things that she taught us as well. So I'm asking you, so I shared out. I shared out, and Sister Azukar has already gotten us started. Thank you for sharing. What would that look like for you? So if you're over in YouTube, and I'm going to turn off YouTube in a little bit, but the great things are happening over here in beautiful and sacred Soul Sisters community. It's a private Facebook community that I facilitate, that is part of the Beautiful and Sacred Things world. So when you visit beautifulandsacredthings.com, we have a wonderful holiday marketplace that is available with spiritual empowerment tools and intention oils and learning opportunities that you can discover at beautifulandsacredthings.com. And then when you go to beautifulandsacredsoul.com, you also can join the conversation with the chat for the women who are here. So thanks, YouTube folks. So my sisters are saying water gazing is something I really need to do. Exactly, right? We've been knowing this for a minute. And it's when you gain the tools are there. Or when you gain knowledge of the tools, that's one thing. That's a blessing within itself, is to learn about new tools. But the true blessing and the true transformation comes in what? Using the tool and practicing the tool. Sister Marion says, I'm with you on the weekly water gazing too, Queen Leia. Hey, I love it. I love it. So we got 33 days, y'all, for the rest of the year. What would it look like to water gaze? I keep wanting to say daily. I just have to be honest. My mouth keeps wanting to say daily, but my mind is talking me out of it and saying daily. But hey, why not daily? Why not daily? What would it take to have 15 minutes of each day? Sister Eckley says weekly. Exactly. So whether it's weekly or daily or whatever kind of commitment that you make, the thing is make the commitment and then step into the commitment. Do the work. Yes, exactly. Weekly sitting. I love that. Weekly, daily. So keeping up with or read practice. Absolutely. Absolutely. And for me, that is a daily, so it's a daily. I bless the spirit of my head to guide me today. Actually, start here. Third eye. I bless the spirit of my head to guide me today. I bless the spirit of my head to protect me today. I bless the spirit of my hand to bring me everything I need to fulfill my destiny. That is a powerful prayer. I bless the spirit of my hand to guide me today. I bless the spirit of my hand to protect me today. I bless the spirit of my hand to bring me everything I need today. The spirit of your head, the spirit of God that is within you, the spirit of your consciousness, the spirit of crown chakra, right? That connection to the divine. So you are activating and you are blessing your consciousness so that you find yourself, as y'all know I love to say, at the right place, at the right time, doing the right things for the right reasons, and you just find yourself walking into blessings. You find yourself walking into opportunities. You find yourself being like, I prayed for this, or I was thinking about this, and boom, there you are. Okay. So it's not everything has to be a deliberate, like, let me go make this happen. No, then you are moving in a vibration of alignment. You're moving in a vibration of attraction. You're moving in a vibration of being that magnetic woman, that radiant magnetic being where things just, happen for you, right? By the grace and the goodness of our guides, our guardians, and of course, the Most High. My cousin, hey, cuz, what's up? She says, I'm learning. We all are. And I'm so glad that you are here today. So, Sister Ekali says, I say that prayer every morning. It gives me so much peace. Me too. It does. It does, because that prayer, activating that vibration, activating that prayer, activating that belief, that knowing within means like, I just know it's going to work out. Everything's going to be okay. When I was younger, I used to have quite a bit of anxiety. Maybe I don't think I carried my anxiety on my shoulders, right? But I just kind of always had this feeling like, I don't know if I'm, kind of like feeling like something bad was going to happen. I did. I'm totally being honest. I had this sense of not trusting. Maybe it was like a lack of trust, right? In God, a lack of trust in spirit to support me. But using my tools, creating my daily spiritual practice, cultivating a daily spiritual practice has grounded me and has helped to mature me and has helped to, honestly, as you all know, it has helped to carry me through some of the greatest opportunities of goodness in my life. It's led me to goodness. And it's also helped me to overcome some of the battles that I've had to face. Right. So use your tools, create that practice, cultivate those practices. Don't beat up on yourself if you miss a day. Don't beat up on yourself if you miss a week. You just get back to it. You just get back to it. And that helps to keep you in harmony and in flow and moving, right? Going with the flow and flowing with your blessings. Now, the other thing with this full moon in Gemini is it also relates to communication. Communication. So I am wondering, in the next 33 days, what might you need to communicate? Is there something that is on your heart? Something that's like, people say is on my chest. I had to get it off of my chest. Is there something in your heart or something on your chest that you need to just go ahead and communicate freely and openly with someone about something that you do not want to carry into the new year? Maybe it's simply about just clearing the air. Okay, Gemini is an air sign. Maybe it's about clearing the air and speaking your truth. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Clearing the air and speaking your truth so that the air can be clear and you can really express what it is that you need to say to somebody about whatever it is. I'm pausing because I'm feeling a lot of energy. I'm feeling quite a sense of energy around that. So you don't have to share out if there's something that you need to get off your chest. You're free. You're welcome to talk it out right now, or if you want to put it in the chat. But what I want to say to that, soul sisters, is that as a person, a spiritual woman, a being, a child of God, your voice, expressing your voice, expressing your truth is necessary for you to become the woman you were born to be. I'm going to say that again. Speaking your truth, standing up for yourself, having sometimes what we may perceive or what may be, in fact, difficult conversations are necessary. It's necessary. It may not always be comfortable at first, but it's like a muscle. The more you practice speaking up for yourself, the easier it becomes. The more you practice speaking your truth, the easier it becomes. The more you tell people how they can treat you and how they do not have permission to treat you, the easier it becomes for you to be an advocate for yourself. Yes, I just thought that today that I need to sit and speak to my ancestors about something in particular. Ashe, ashe. Yes, I love that. Talk to your ancestors about it. Let me tell y'all, the ancestors hear us. They hear us. They hear us. They hear us. They hear us. God hears you. Your angels hear you, right? I came to my ancestors about a very specific issue concerning my older son who's doing well as a young man. He's growing. Um, he's growing. He's doing well. He's doing well on his path. But my prayer and my concern has been I see him making efforts to do the right thing, to get into school, and he's doing his music thing, and he's also um he's had a couple of jobs, and the jobs have worked, but then they haven't lasted very long. All of this COVID, there hasn't been a lot of certainty and security. And I was like, listen, my people, I'm talking to my people, my big mama, big daddy, my mom, my papa, JC, my father, right? And all of the others who are in heaven. I'm like, I need your help, please, to help him get on his path, right? I would My prayer as a mother has been that he can really find that thing, find his place, find his sense of direction. So he's not, meandering and figuring it out. I know that's part of growing up and becoming a young adult, but like put him firmly on his path so that he can know this is who I am. This is what I can do. This is the best investment of my college education. This is the best investment of the time that I spend working. This is the best investment of my money, because he has clarity to know who he is and what his purpose is and what he is born to do. That was one prayer that I have been praying. The other prayer that I have been praying also is about the future direction of one of my other big life's works, which is Sankofa Gardens. That work has been on hiatus for about 7 years as I went through my remedial life lesson in the form of a marriage. Some of y'all know the story. But I had to go back several steps and take some lumps against my head and had to go through some difficult experiences so that I could remember I'm worthy of every good thing. I was broken down, and God built me back up for me to remember I will not accept mistreatment. I will not settle for less. I will not be disrespected. I will only be treated as the queen who I am. And thus, Queen Leia was born through that experience. And of course, all of the other aspects of my journey. So, that work, which was on, can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Thumbs up or hearts. Can y'all hear me? Let me see what's going on over here. I'm still here. I'm still here. Okay, you can hear me, cousin. Thank you. Okay, y'all can hear me. Great, 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 great. All right. So I'm coming back. All right, let me just double check over here. Okay. So that work, that life's work, which was on hiatus, for several years, darn near almost a decade, I was beginning to question, like, is that really what I'm supposed to be doing? Though I felt it was what I was supposed to doing. Let me say this. I know in my heart that it is what I am to do. I know that. But the um the interim period, the long duration of interim was concerning me because I'm like, I need clarity. I need clarity. Well, when I tell you, when I attended the retreat in Florida, all of the things that I had been praying for, I found myself in a spiritual ceremony, and all of the answers came. All of the answers were there. For those of us who grew up in the church, we know about people who may have a prophetic word. Well, we could liken it to that. It was like a prophetic word. Those people who had gifts and who were messengers of spirit or conduits of spirit messages, spirit mediums, it came and brought these messages that were like, how else could it be? I was talking to Yaya Tisha, and she was like, isn't it amazing how it works? I'm like, yes, ma'am, it is amazing. I've had that experience before. She's like, it's like a phone. It's like you're talking to your ancestors over here, and then they're talking to, and then they bring you the message through someone else. So it was confirmation. It was beautiful, beautiful confirmation, and beautiful clarity for me to know, like, okay, this is how I can continue to support my son in this evolution of his young manhood. you know, Beautiful. It was also beautiful for me to know, okay, these are my next steps in moving forward the Sankofa vision and Sankofa Gardens. And already, many of you are ready to come to Shreveport, Louisiana. The world will be coming here, and I can't wait to host you and to greet you all, to come get some of this down south deeply rooted Louisiana Piney Woods love and tradition and culture that we have to offer those who will come here to learn and pray and study and grow and heal and evolve, because there's just nothing like Louisiana, the place of my birth. So, yeah, sisters, communicate the things that are on your heart, because it's one thing for it to be inside of you, but it's like when you release it, right? When you release that vibration out, then it has another level of power. So we got 33 days to learn new things, or we have 33 days to focus on what we have been learning and to put that learning into practice. We have 33 days as we approach the close of this year, maximizing the blessings of each day and every moment, to communicate what is on our heart, on our minds, to clear the air, however that needs to be, communicating with our spirit guardians and communicating with people, okay? And then we also have, I love this one. This is all of this Gemini energy, like stepping into this Gemini moment where we are right now. Positive daily interactions. Positive daily interactions. So on this other website, they described it. Let me pull it up. Hopefully, I can find it quickly. On this other website, where is it? Here it is. And this is the one that I'm going to post in the group, this article. Y'all know how it is when you're looking for something and you can't find it, but here it is. Positive daily interactions. So thinking about those relationships that we have with people, those relationships we have with ourselves, those relationships, and I'm going to start with home. Start with home. Charity begins at home. But how can we make those relationships even more positive in terms of daily interactions? What can be those things that you do as a daily practice? Because I know it's a lot of mothers in this group, right? What could be a daily interaction that you have with your children to put sweetness and to put a sense of to nurture, to make sweet, to empower your relationship with your children and to have them move into the world and move into the day feeling empowered and enlivened, right? I know personally, being a mother who is not a married woman, being a mother who works, being a mother who has lots of responsibilities, that I could do more of that. I could do more of speaking, taking that time for a daily empowerment session with my children, right? I think that would be very positive. That would make for positive daily interactions. If you have a mate, if you have a spouse, if you have a boo, I'm trying to be like you. But what could be the thing to even make those daily interactions with the people closest to you even more positive? On this article, it says here, Gemini is the sign that occupies the third house. This house is all about our local life, our local community, siblings and relatives, workmates, and friends. Where possible, focus more on your close relationships, your local life, and your community. I just said that, right? Charity begins at home. So start at home, and what can you do to make those relationships more positive? That's automatically going to be a blessing for the new year, right? Just cultivating all of that goodness with your loved ones, your kindred, and of course, even in our community, we're already doing that here. So then, you carry those blessings into the new year. So here are some contemplations that are expressed here. But let me see, what did Sister Azukar Morena write? I thought, how can I get positive interaction? And then you said, what can you give? Boom. I need to give all that I want to receive, love and respect. Ashe. 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 That's it. That's I agree, sis. I agree. I agree. Give it and you receive it. I know that as a mother. And I had to really learn that with my older son. And it's something that I continue to return to. But and my older son is a great person. Y'all, if y'all have seen the pictures of Psalm, so I don't want to make it sound like he's a difficult child. He's not. It's just me learning to be a parent of this unique being, right? It's just my learning to be a parent and to support him on his path. But I have found and I have discovered, and some of y'all might be like, girl, I've been knew that. Well, okay, I had to learn it. But I have learned that as a mother, I have sometimes been too heavy handed in speaking through a voice of criticism. Like, do this, or why didn't you do this, or can you do this better, or you're not doing this. Speaking more in terms of what I see is deficient and lacking. And it all kind of culminated at one point in our journey where it's like, I felt like I couldn't stand him, and I know he felt like he couldn't stand me, right? Love there, but it's like, I don't really want to talk to you, Mom, because every time you talk to me, you're saying something negative, right? I'm thinking about, men who say like nagging, 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 right? I might have been that nagging mother, right? But then I realized this is, if I'm only coming to him or coming to a person, I'm thinking about my own experiences. If someone is only coming to me and you never had something positive to say, I don't want to be around you either, right? So I had to introspect. I had to really look at myself and see what kind of energy I was putting forward. I was doing it with good intentions, but I was not getting good results. Okay. I was not creating positive daily interactions. And so my focus began, if I have something critical to say, if I have something like constructive criticism, but if I have something corrective to say, I'm going to also share an affirmation. I'm also going to express what I'm proud about. I'm going to also express gratitude. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing that. I really like the way you did this. I see how you're doing this. Like, I see the good, but I'm not speaking about the good. So it's necessary to vocalize and to communicate the good qualities as well as also those corrective qualities. I don't know if that helps somebody, but it came to mind. So I'm just, sharing freely. And you're right, cousin Sharon. He is. He's an amazing person, and his destiny is ginormous. It is. And I'm just grateful to support him on that journey. To be the mother to, I just, like every mother, you want the best for your children. And I know that he is born also with purpose. And my thing is like, I want you to get to I just want to help you, prepare you, equip you from the inside out, to fulfill the great purpose for which God created you, right? And to not encumber him or any of my children with baggage, to not encumber my children with trauma, to not encumber my children with my unhealed mess. Okay, that's another reason why it's so necessary as women, as spiritual beings, for men too. But this is a group of women, but that's why it's so necessary for us to be, for us to be diligent and thorough and committed to our own emotional healing, our spiritual healing, our physical well-being, to be happy, joyful people, right? Because those things that are unhealed within us, oftentimes we pass those things on to our children, deliberately or unconsciously, right? But they deserve that, as clean of a start, as clean of a heart as they can have, to prosper and to grow. That was a little bit of a soapbox. But hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully that was helpful. Do y'all understand where my mama's at? Am I the only one? All right. So it says here, Eclipse Contemplations. This comes from risingwoman.com, the website. And like I said, I really like this article. I'm still looking for a star, a star reader who consistently produces content that I enjoy. And maybe that's something that I will step into. That would be nice to study more about astronomy and astrology going forward into the new year. Maybe that's something I might get into. But it says here, eclipse contemplation. So here we are definitely over this week, while we are in this energy of the full moon in Gemini, lunar eclipse, and knowing that this energy is going to carry forward literally for several months. That's the way eclipses work, from eclipse to eclipse. Whenever the next eclipse is, that could be maybe 3 months down the line. That energy, eclipses the energy of revealing things that are hidden. Think about an eclipse. It covers something and then it reveals. So things that are hidden can come to light. Eclipses also have the impact of being like a quantum leap. It can support you in just making big shifts in your life. Notice like the energy and the intentions that you set now with this full moon in Gemini around learning, around communication, around positive daily interactions. It's going to have a boom of an effect, like a boom resounding effect, because it's layered with eclipse energy. So these are things you can contemplate. Where am I stuck? This comes from the article. Where am I stuck in old mental patterns? Where am I stuck in old mental patterns? I just illustrated that. I was just saying that as a parent. I was in an old mental pattern of communicating with my child, thinking I was doing the best, right? But just being so critical. And then I self reflected and I looked at myself and I said, that ain't working. That was an old mental pattern. So I had to replace it and practice a new mental pattern of improved communication, and thus creating improved results and better harmony with myself and my child. So ask yourself that, where am I stuck in old mental patterns? Y'all know I love to be transparent, right? Because, like, I'm not going to get up here and pretend like I'm perfect. Not that any of us are striving for or expecting to be perfect, but I'm a woman who is developing and continually giving myself permission to grow. And the fruits of that have been abundant and are abundant in my life. Another old mental pattern that I have been cultivating really almost like in the fall of this year, it kind of started coming in the summer, but like really attending to paying attention. See, this is the thing, you got to pay attention to your thoughts. We must, hey, Queen, greetings, Ia Tracy, paying attention to your thoughts because your thoughts govern your speech governs your habits govern your destiny, right? So noticing where you're stuck. And so for me, it was around my thinking around relationships. It has been me thinking about, what do I think about relationships? What do I think about men? What do I think about what a relationship could be for me? What is it that I want? Remember, I talked about that yesterday with attraction. Like, you got to know what you want. You got to know what you want. You got to, like, no, 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 no. Okay. And so I have been getting unstuck about old mental patterns about what I believed, things, how I believe things could be, how I believe men could, how men treat women. Just some old stuff was still there. I've cleared out a lot, believe me, I have. But there were still some old things that I needed to go back and address. And so now I am like renewing this vision. I am cultivating this vision of like, this man he's going to absolutely adore me. Like, period. Like, like he's going to love me so much. He's going to love my children so much. We are going to have so much fun together. We are going to be so well, we are going to see one another as such a blessing. Like, oh my God, you are more than you were everything I prayed for and more. Like, why can I not? And in fact, I am choosing to believe that. So clearing those old mental patterns. Ia says the healing process is very important. Yes, it is. There are some real gentlemen in the world. Ashe. That's right. That's what I'm saying. There are. All of these people on the planet, surely there are some real gentlemen. There are some real gentlemen. Okay. The other eclipse contemplation is, what am I overthinking and overanalyzing? Is there something in your life that you are overthinking and over analyzing? Because I'm going back to yesterday's. This is so wonderful how this is flowing. Attraction, right? You can overthink and overanalyze. And again, I know that because I have had that tendency in my life. Overthinking and overanalyzing means, it has been my experience that means that I feel like I'm responsible for making it happen. I got to figure it all out. I have to have every step done. I'm afraid of making a mistake. I'm afraid of making a bad choice. I'm afraid of, effing things up, getting hurt. I'm afraid of, losing money. I'm afraid of being set back 600 steps. I just want to do it right and do it the right way, and feeling like I got to have every single thing figured out, always in my head. Overthinking this weight reduction journey. Right. Okay. So if we are overthinking and overanalyzing, that means that we feel, I believe it has been my experience, and I'm going to, extend this, but overthinking is a product of thinking like, I got to do it all by myself. Overanalyzing is a byproduct of an internal feeling that you have to do it. But the reality is, as I was saying at the beginning of our conversation, is I bless the spirit of my head to guide me today. I bless the spirit of my head to protect me today. I bless the spirit of my head to bring me everything I need to fulfill my destiny today. Okay. If that is a prayer that we are praying from our hearts, well, then you don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to know every step, every detail of your journey. It's impossible. It's impossible to think our way through everything. It's impossible to analyze every detail of this process, right? But when we trust that spirit, our angels, our guardians, our guides, our ancestors, the Orisha, the Most High Creator, Jesus, all of those divine heavenly forces are working for us, then we can surrender. Somebody type in the chat. Can I get somebody to type in the chat, surrender? Surrender. Like, feel that. For real, for real, for real. Like, surrender. Surrender. Surrender overthinking. Surrender over analyzing. Surrender thinking you have to have it all figured out. Because, sis, you can't figure it all out. It's impossible. It's not even your job to figure it out. Come on now, surrender. Hey, what's up? Yes. Surrender, 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 and breathe. Surrender. Surrender. There's a song we sang in the church. I know you know it, Sister Shannon. I surrender all. Like, surrender. And let your guardians, let God, your guardians and your guides do the heavy lifting. Let them order your steps. Trust them to carry you to where it is that you're going. You're going to get there. You will get there. I am confident. I am confident. When you have cleared your mind, when you become clear about your true heart's desires, like I said, filtering out not what mama said, not what auntie said, not what growing up said, but what is the truth? The truth, that inner truth that you know of that experience, that reality, that vision of your life, that heart's desire, that manifestation, that manifestation, that increase, that blessing that you desire. When you know that that thing is true and pure for you, like I said for Sankofa, right? I know it's real, but I had to pray, right? I had to pray about it. And then confirmation comes and blessings come and spirits like, we heard you, we heard you, we heard you, we heard you, we hear you, they hear you. So what am I overthinking and overanalyzing? So I want to offer that we can surrender and do some releasing around any anxiety or any sense of figuring that we need to have it figured out, or even any sense that it might not happen. Surrender it, let it go. Just like open your hands and give it to God. Let go and let God. This is the other eclipse contemplation. What can I do to get out of my head and into my body? That's interesting. I like that. What can I do to get out of my head and into my body? Anyone have any thoughts about that? I love this. It's making sense. It's coming together even more because here in the Gemini New Moon in Astrology, this is our text. This is one of our texts in the Sally Walker Inner Circle of Bast, the magical mastermind that I facilitate for the members of Sally Walker. I'm connecting. It says Gemini is also about calming mental anxiety. Calming mental anxiety, right? So we were just saying, overthinking, overanalyzing. You got all this stuff, girl, all this stuff running around in your head. Okay, release it, surrender, and get out of your head and get into your body. So those practices, those getting into your body practices can help to calm mental anxiety. And I love it. Sister Kim is saying, sing. Yay! I love that. Sing. Y'all, one of my projects this summer is a big dream that I've had. I got like 2 albums worth of songs, right? And when I was younger, I was like, girl, you can't sing. I was all like, just like not confident and talking about myself and afraid. And then it's like, I would make little steps and little steps and little more steps and little more steps, right? And so this summer, I did like a big step. And I work with a producer and I have a song. I have recorded 2 songs, y'all. Two, like recorded. I haven't released them yet, but you all are first to know. My soul sisters are first to know. So, oh my God, I'm saying it out loud. So I'm saying this because my birthday is coming up in December. And so I'm going to release the songs, okay, for my birthday. Oh my God, I just said it. I'm going to release the songs. I'm going to share them with you and share them with the world because this is the thing. Spirit told me some time ago. They're like, "Girl, you tripping." This is what they said. They basically was like, "You tripping, Leah. The songs are not about you. The songs are about the songs being a blessing." Because I cannot take responsibility for any of these songs. It's not like I sat down and wrote the songs down. I literally received these songs in dreams and just sitting and the songs just channeled. They just came straight through. So they are a gift. I'm the vessel and I'm going to share these songs on my birthday. My birthday is December. My birthday is December 15th, Ia. My birthday is December 15th. So two of the songs, I'm going to tell you the titles. God is in the breeze. That's the first song. And the second song is This Joy. Okay. So Queen Leah music. This is what we do in Beautiful and Sacred Soul Sisters. We give ourselves permission to grow, to become the women we are born to be. Right? Let me tell y'all, I'm your sister. I'm the sister that's gonna be your cheerleader. I'm gonna be the one that's like, girl, yes, do it. Yes, do it. You can do it. Yes. Like I believe in you. I'm that's me. I'm that sister. Okay. And so the permissions I continue to give myself, it's like, hey, I made an agreement with God a long time ago. I'm like, I'm gonna do what you sent me here to do. And so here I am. So we're gonna get out of our heads and into our bodies so we can calm mental anxiety. Get it out of here and bring it into the body and express it. Surrender, right? Joy. Have more joy. Embody joy. And I love what Kim is saying about sing. Kim, are you a singer? Kim says dance. I know she's a dancer. Kim has an amazing dance company, dance studio up in New Jersey. One day, Kim, we're gonna be up there visiting with you, okay? Get ready. I don't know. As soon as we can travel, we need to go to Kim's dance studio and learn with her some West African technique and belly dancing. Yeah, Tracy says take a spiritual bath. That's a fantastic recommendation. And let me tell you, sisters, one of the easiest spiritual baths that you can take is a salt bath. That's like one of the, particularly if you're feeling like you need to clear energy, if you're feeling heavy, if you're feeling encumbered, is to add sea salt to take your regular bath, take your bath to clean, your shower to clean, and then run a warm bath and add like a nice amount of salt water to it, add some Florida water to it. That's going to help lift up a lot. And get in that bath and cry, talk, communicate. What's on your heart? Light a white candle, pray, say, pray. Pray from your heart and ask God and spirit to hear you and just like, you know, you're going to come out of that bath feeling so much lighter. Ia Tracy says, massage special oils into your skin. Yes, we discussed that last night. You were on point with that. We were talking about the Essence Tree, beautiful products. They are luxuries, they are sweet pleasures to anoint yourself with oils, body oils. As a Gemini, I am always in my head. I struggle with this. You're a Gemini. I try to look at things around me, my feet, a pen, my plants. Then what do I smell? What do I feel? The chair, the air, my breath, and so forth. Thank you for sharing that, sis. That's good, Sister Azukar. So basically, you get grounded. Those are like good grounding practices. If you're in your head and grounding, like literally connecting with earth energy, taking off your shoes, like and walking outside helps to ground you, get you out of your head, and helps to give you a sense of stability and security. Gardening helps to ground you. Tending to plants. Do you have house plants? Care for your plants as well. And of course, like a meditation, some sort of just getting into your body. Just scan your body from your feet, the soles of your feet, and just work yourself all the way up to your knees, and just come all the way up and like scan, like get into your body. Fear not and know that you can fly. Ashe. Ashe. Can't wait. Leading us with all the big leaps, Queen, sis. I'm just saying, if not me, then who? And by that, I mean, like, if not you, then who? Like, this is your life. This is your life. This is your life. God has blessed you with the blessing and the gift of life. Breath is in your body. Okay? Your heart is being, you are in your right mind. You have physical health and ability. In whatever stage of life you are, whatever age of life you are, whatever circumstances you are, if you are in your right mind and you have faculties and you have capacity, like life is such a gift, right? And so it is our work. We talked about this yesterday in the chat, to dismiss, clear, rebuke, cast aside, and not entertain those experiences, those ideas, um, those expectations that are not in alignment with your highest vision of yourself and your heart's desires and the things that bring you joy and love and that are about fulfilling your purpose. Okay. And I know that comes out real easy. Spiritual work, it's not sometimes pleasant. It's taken me through some difficult experiences in healing and uncovering and addressing limiting beliefs and fears and insecurities, right? But it's so worth it. It's so, oh my God, it's so worth it to just like be in this state of like, I'm good. I'm lovable. I'm a child of God. God loves me. Great things are my destiny, great people, great experiences, great relationships, great opportunities, everything that is aligned with the energy of God: peace, health, love, joy, abundance, faithfulness, opportunity, increase, joy, pleasure, health, well-being, justice, righteousness, balance, truth. That's you. That's you. That's you. That's the essence of you. And if there is anything that is, if you perceive that that is not the essence of you, that's the thing to heal. That's the thing to heal. That's the thing to clear, right? And so we do those things through spiritual baths and singing and dancing and prayer work and cultivating relationship with our spirit guides, right? And ceremony and spiritual evolution and spiritual elevation and consultations with elders. All of those things help us get there from an African indigenous vantage point, right? That's how it works. All right. Oh my goodness. Wow, amazing and beautiful. Go ahead. Just trying to keep you accountable. The 15th. All right now, Jambalaya Sister on Fire. Please keep me accountable. That's why I said it out loud. Okay. Because my children know we've been discussing it in the house. I asked Sam, I'm like, when do you think I should release the songs? And he's like, do it on your birthday. I'm like, yeah, thank you, son. You're right. Do it on my birthday. So I'll be celebrating a new year with that. And yes, please hold me accountable, y'all. So I said it out loud so that I can't shrink, right? So that I can't hide. Working on my singing is part of my healing. Come on now, Kim. All right. We need to hear your music. I'm so glad that this is good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. All right. So let's review. Let's review. Let me go back over here. Da 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 da. I'm so excited. I'm excited for us. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you, sis. My sisters, my soul sisters. Okay, so during this eclipse, we're focusing on more on close relationships, local life, and your community. And again, consider and remember that your closest relationship is your relationship with yourself, right? From here, and then it goes out. We're going to contemplate, where am I stuck in old mental patterns? What am I overthinking and overanalyzing? What can I do to get out of my head and into my body? And in doing that, we've already spoken the medicine right here: prayer, meditation, singing, dance, spiritual baths, massaging special oils into your skin. So, self care, self pampering, grounding exercises, and journaling. Child, that's your soul work right there. That is our soul work right there. That is our soul work right there. Oh my God. I read this article briefly, and so I'm looking at it with a closer eye now that we've had our conversation, or with, kind of like a new insight. So this is how the article continues. Remember, I was telling you that eclipses resound from eclipse to eclipse, and you can see profound shifts in your life from one eclipse to the other. That's why Yay Tish, for example, and you surely know this already, that's the importance of journaling so that you can see your journey unfolding, right? You got to bear witness to your own life, right? You got to bear witness to your own life. Advocate for yourself and bear witness to your own journey. On the spiritual path, which is unconventional, and all of these phenomenal supernatural experiences are happening to you, and folks who live conventional lives, they don't even understand. They might think you're crazy or worse. Those are their judgments. We're not concerned about their judgments. But the point that I'm getting to is that journaling helps you to see your progress, right? That's the beauty of this sister circle community. And that's the beauty of Sally Walker Inner Circle, is that we bear witness to one another. And then your journaling, it's like your documentation. You see your evolution, you see your growth. Okay? I ain't get here overnight. None of us gets here overnight. It's progressive, right? Sometimes it's a big leap, and sometimes it's, progressive, and it's slow and steady. But this is what the article says. This eclipse is also occurring a couple of days after Neptune goes direct. It's time for major spiritual transformation. Neptune is a planet that deals with spirituality. Neptune is the planet that is associated, like Neptune, right? Neptune is water. Neptune is like the big ocean. Mami wata, yemaya. Okay, so spiritual transformation. Water is the spirit. Okay, spirit, water. But this is what made me laugh out loud. We are gearing up for a big total solar eclipse on December 14th in the sign of Sagittarius. Oh my God. That's like right at my birthday. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm kind of like, oh Lord, what's about to happen? Followed by a revolutionary Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in Aquarius, which I'll write about more closer to the date. December is going to be a wild month. 33 days, y'all. December is about to be wild. But however wild it's going to be, this is what we do know. This is what we do know. Over the next 33 days, now into the end of the year, stay prayed up. Always stay prayed up, right? That's your spiritual protection, your spiritual armor. Put on the whole armor of God. That's the way we said it. I learned it in the church, but put on the whole armor of God. Put on your spiritual protection through your prayers, through your meditations, through your through your spiritual baths, using your tools of empowerment, okay? Because we're still navigating changes in this revolutionary year of 2020 that are unfolding and reverberating, political things, social things. Also, seize the moment of this year, the end of this year, for deepening your learning and putting into practice those things you've been learning about. Some of y'all I know are like serious students because we in the same classes together, right? We're in the same learning communities already. So deepen your practice with what you have been learning. And as you feel guided, perhaps learn some new things. All right. Communicate. Communicate with intention. Communicate with intention. Intention to clear the air and with the intention to speak the reality that you desire. Let me say it better than that. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. If you don't want it, don't speak of it. Don't speak of what you don't want. Don't speak of problems. Don't speak of speak the desired condition. Speak truth, right? And speak the desired condition, especially as you focus on those close relationships, your local life and your community. Speak what you want to speak. Speak it into existence. Positive daily interactions, we talked about that. And then calming mental anxiety. So when and if you should experience mental anxiety, use your tools, right? Use those practices to surrender the anxiety, release the anxiety, give it over to your higher power, right? And do something to empower yourself, to fill yourself up with God energy, okay? To tap into God energy. The book that's coming to mind for me also to recommend to you, and I really feel like this would be a worthwhile book. Excuse me. Usually I have my water here, but I think it would be a worthwhile book for a group study would be and is the Celestine Prophecy. The Celestine Prophecy. I've mentioned it several times. If you have not read the Celestine Prophecy, go ahead and get it. And I'll do some sort of poll in the community to see if you all would be interested in some sort of book study around the Celestine Prophecy. And I'll think about whether that's going to happen for Sally Walker members or whether I'll do it in the community as a general offering. An offering, I like to do things that I pour into the community. So I will think about what is the best orientation for that. But if you haven't read the Celestine Prophecy, it's coming through real clearly that would be a great book to read because it's worthwhile discussion and it's worthwhile for understanding how we respond. What are some of our conditioned responses to people, to experiences that provoke anxiety? And once you understand what your conditioned response is, when you see like, oh, this is how I respond to this, child, then you can clear it up. Then you can be like, no, 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 no. That's not how I am going to respond. I choose a more empowered response. Hey, Iya, Alyssa, it's so good to see you. It's good to see you. Thanks for popping by today. Much love to you in California. So that's everything for tonight, you all. So with 20 days of gratitude, we are on day 6. Looking forward to continuing this for the next several days, which will carry us through December 13th. If you have not visited the Bast Holiday Market, please go on over there and do some browsing and do some shopping. Your support of the market helps to support me in continuing this work, this life's work as a sacred arts for living teacher. And just know that those products are products and tools to support your transformation, to support your intentions, to support you in manifesting. Lots of good, juicy stuff over there and wonderful holiday prices for yourself and for your gift giving. So, thank you for considering me a woman owned business and a Black business and a spiritual business on doing my creative work. So, y'all, that's everything for tonight. If there is, I love you too. I'm about to call you, cuz. Okay, I'm about to call you. So I love you all. And if there's a topic that you're interested for us to discuss in any of the upcoming dates, let me know. What do you want to chat about? So if you have any recommendations for chat, put it in the comments. Like, let's talk about this, or I have a question about this. Okay. You are so welcome, Sister Marion. You are a blessing, and I appreciate you. All right, y'all. Take care. Good night. Good night. Beautifulandsacredsoul.com. That's how you join us in the Facebook community for the live chats. I don't know, I'm figuring out how to do the whole YouTube chat at the same time. But beautifulandsacredsoul.com will direct you to Facebook. Thank you for joining. Good night.